We're here today with Mark Lindbet, designer at Home Depot at Florence, South Carolina, Home Depot 8580. Mark, nice to meet you.
Hi.
The depot gives us some data that says that last year 90% of all special order cabinet orders in this store were Kraftmaid. We're going to get to that in a little bit, but first, tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been working here at Home Depot?
I've been at Home Depot nearly 7 years, and before that I did graphic design for about 15 years.
Graphic design, that sounds interesting. Tell me about it.
I did lots of logos and brochures and business cards, things like that. And before that, I came from a fine art background of painting and drawing and sculpture and things more media related.
Well, I noticed on your apron there's a little more than more saving, more doing going on there. Tell us about that apron.
I do a lot of canoeing and bicycling and hiking and things like that, and I've incorporated some of those things onto different aprons. This one, I go mountain biking on most lunch hours, and I have the good fortune of having a woods right next to my Home Depot in Florence, and this is me, and that's my bicycle. You can find me most sunny days doing that on my lunch hour.
So do you go by the name Q?
I do. There's other Marks in the store, and I spell my name funny. It's M-A-R-Q-U-E. So to avoid confusion, my friends have called me Q for 25 years. So
is there any significance to the squirrels all over you and flying by?
When I'm racing through the woods, squirrels are like diving and running out of the way. I've actually been afraid of like hitting them or having them jump out at me. I haven't hit one yet, so that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. Well, is there anything else we would like to know about Mark, or Mark would like to tell us?
Yeah, I can tell you one thing. I sell a lot of kitchens, especially for this district, and really the reason I'm able to sell a lot of things, I think, is in part due to the fact that I learned kitchen design somewhat backwards.
What do you mean?
Well, back when I was doing graphic design, I sat in front of a computer 10 hours a day, and on my time off, I would do whatever hands-on projects I could, and gutting my kitchen and redoing my house was something that I did a few times in a few different houses. So when a customer has a question about plumbing or electrical or anything else, I can tell them exactly how to solve that, how to do it, what code is in some cases. I take a lot of photographs of my projects that I can show not just before and after, which are great also, but a lot of during. If they want to know how something's built or how something's plumbed or how to wire in a switch for can lights or whatever, I've got a lot of those photographs.
That's excellent. So that's a good sales tool for you and probably for a lot of other designers at Home Depot.
I'm sure, yeah, it helps a lot. It also establishes me as not just someone that's going to make a pretty kitchen, but someone who's very, very concerned about the functionality and all the clearances and everything else work perfectly. Sometimes I'll tell people that if I do my job perfectly, you won't hardly notice. But if I do something wrong, a drawer is going to bang into an oven door, or all these other things are going to happen where you'll realize that something isn't done well.
Sounds like good advice. Well, we're going to take a break now, and we'll be right back. We're back here with Q, the kitchen designer at Home Depot 8580 in Florence, South Carolina. Q, good to have you back.
Thank you.
As I mentioned earlier, Kraftmaid has a 90% market share in this store in 2013. With all the other vendors and cabinet lines, what brings you back to Kraftmaid time and time again?
There are really two main reasons that I keep coming back to Kraftmaid. One of them is my rep, David Smallwood. He is my go-to guy anytime I have a question. He answers his cell phone. If he's busy for some reason, he calls me back right away. I can shoot him an email and he's right back to me. If I have a question or if a customer has a warranty issue or a complaint or anything, I know that it's being taken care of well. That's my number one support guy for kitchens. The other thing I like about Kraftmaid is that they have a lifetime warranty on their hardware, all German-made aluminum hardware. It's exquisitely well done, and it doesn't break. If it breaks, by some reason, they replace it for free. Anything wrong with the cabinet, boom, replace it for free. David's going to run out there, check it, make sure it needs to be taken care of. I don't have to worry about it. It's very reassuring to me and my customer. Also, if you compare the finish, you've got a glass smooth finish on doors. I point that out to customers. And even if they don't care if it's a glass smooth finish, I can tell them it's going to clean up easier. If your kid spatters mustards all over it, it's going to clean up easier than a porous finish that's rough.
Do you have a favorite door or a favorite finish that you like to offer?
Well, we're standing in front of the
Piermont?
We're standing in front of the Piermont Maple Cathedral door style, and people love this kitchen. I do a lot of cabinet designs in this initially, and if their budget can accommodate more, we'll go up to a fancier door style. If they want to save some money, I'll pull them right down to a Stratford or even Geneva, and we can look at that price point, and they go, well, I can afford a little more than that. We can make the kitchen really cost just about anything. And if you need a kitchen and it can't be more than $4 grand, or it can't be more than 30 grand, there's a Kraftmaid kitchen for that customer.
Do you have a favorite go-to cabinet that you like to use, or a construction modification that you like to use often in your kitchen designs?
Sure, I absolutely do. Most of the kitchens in my market are small. They're smaller size kitchens, and storage and being able to organize your things is hugely important. So I do a lot of inverted frames on sink bases, or I should say door-to-drawer base, because I don't use too many sink bases. The other thing I'll do a lot of times, I'll use a 30 instead of a 36. I can get wider cabinets to the left and right of a smaller sink base. So I do that a lot.
Now, you were talking about high-end doors and low-end doors. How does that transfer over to customers when they have concerns about the quality of the cabinets?
That's another great feature that I tell my customers about with Kraftmaid. I tell people if you get the worst cabinet they make, it's the same as the best cabinet they make. I tell people if they can fall in love with a less expensive door style, they're still getting that #1 quality, really robust I-beam construction, full extension, soft close everything. It's a really great value for the customer.
What's your favorite standard feature in Kraftmaid? Is it the drawer box? Is it the face frame? What is it for Q?
Probably my favorite standard feature is the hardware. The extension glides that are all stainless and aluminum and roller bearings. And if you push down on a drawer and roll it back and forth, it is just buttery smooth, and people can recognize that quality. I'll walk them around the store and I'll say, this is why this cabinet costs more or costs less than that other cabinet. And I'll help to educate the consumer about, why should I spend 10 grand on cabinets when I could have spent 4 grand? What's the difference? Because they all look kind of the same.
So you're showing them the value of the cabinetry.
It's a great value. I've sold some very modest kitchens that are all Kraftmaid, and people love them. At every price point, having things guaranteed for life and really high quality construction is going to be a benefit to the customer.
Great to hear. Now Q, I want you to look close into this camera. This is your chance for Q's special request. Tell the people at Kraftmaid what you would like to see that they don't already have.
Oh, this is easy. I need, more than anything in the world, from Kraftmaid, a 3-inch deep wall cabinet. Thomasville has a message center, which I put in almost every kitchen. People love this feature. I have to do it in Kraftmaid because I'm all about Kraftmaid. And that 3-inch message center holds car keys, holds mail. People love it. I've got one in my own house. And right now, I can only reduce the depth down to 4 5/8 or something. And I need to get a 3-inch wall filler overlay, so I need a 3-inch message center or reduced depth wall cabinet. That's what I need. That'll help me a lot.
Well, we'll have to make sure that the folks up there in Middlefield, Ohio hear your request, and we'll see what we can do for you.
That'd be great.
It's been a pleasure, Q. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you.